it allowed only one person inside of church at a time to pray. Now, this at the same time that they allowed indoor services that involved extended one-on-one contact, such as hair salons, nail salons, tattoo parlors, massage parlors. So this involves close contact for an extended time one-on-one.
Joining us now is the Most Reverend Salvatore Cordileone. He is the Archbishop of San Francisco. So I know you're trying to take this argument nationwide. Are you making any progress there in the state?
Certainly locally in the Bay Area, we're gaining a lot of momentum. We had a great manifestation of faith last Sunday with multiple processions and multiple masses on the plaza and the outdoor area of the grounds of the cathedral. There is a petition drive going right now to urge the mayor to allow us to worship as is our right, even under the very severe California regulations. San Francisco is more strict, but even under that, the city is not allowing us to return indoors as the state would allow us to. People can sign this petition at freethemass.com. It's urging the Mayor Breed to lift the restrictions, but it really has consequences, I believe, good point, nationally, beyond California, because there are other states that are overly restrictive and treating religion more severely than other secular activities.
Yeah, so how are you dealing with it? Are you having some gatherings outside?
We began by the previous regulation for worship services was only outdoors with a limit of 12 people. So
wait a minute. 12 people?
Yes, 12.
And how
outdoors?
How many people are in your church?
In the Archdiocese in the city of San Francisco, we would have probably about 200,000 Catholics.
200,000.
Yes.
They're allowing you to.
Our cathedral, St. Mary's Cathedral, can seat 2,500 people.
Oh,
Plus,
my goodness.
Overflow, a lot of room for standing. So probably 3,000 to 3,500 can fit inside of the cathedral.
Oh, my.
And the city also allows to be indoors to live stream a religious service, and they allow the people necessary to conduct the service and live stream up to 12. So you can have 12 people inside if you're live streaming, but if you're not live streaming, you have to be outside with 12. Recently, they upped that to 50, but these are purely arbitrary numbers.
Oh, my goodness. And so let's talk about, haven't they had protests there? How many people were in protests, in which, by the way, they probably weren't even wearing masks?
I brought that up to city officials. They were not only allowing protests, but actually participating in them. The mayor herself spoke at a protest. They've hosted them on the steps of City Hall using the city podium. And I've asked why you allow the protests to go on. And I think mostly, not all of them wearing masks, but they weren't socially distancing. And why do you limit us to 12 when it's safer at a church service outdoors because the people are stationary? We can make sure they stay 6 feet apart and wear masks. No response.
Oh, my goodness. I do want to look at this a little politically right now. I wanted to tell you about a Real Clear Opinion research poll that shows that Joe Biden actually has, this is, by the way, from EWTN, has 53% of support among Catholics that they surveyed versus the president at 41%. Now, I've always claimed, and I'm sure you do too, nobody owns religion, and people come in all shapes and sizes and everything. So I never want to say, well, yeah, if you're Republican, you got to vote this way. If you're Democrat, you vote that way. But is that a surprise, that kind of number?
Not when you think about what it means when they say Catholics, because it's not really monolithic. You know, we have a broad spectrum of people who self-identify as Catholic, from the very devout who go to church every week and are actively involved in their parishes, to those who grew up Catholic, then stopped going to church. They might go once in a while, but still call themselves Catholic.
Right.
So we have a very broad spectrum of people who say that they're Catholic. I think the statistics would look different. Any statistic would look different if they interview just people who go to church every Sunday and participate in their parishes. There's another thing, too, that Catholics, going back many decades ago, most Catholics were they were newly immigrated, right? And the Democratic Party was the party of labor, the party of the working family, and so forth. So, and the Catholic Church was very involved early on in the labor movement. So a lot of Catholics grew up with this sense of what it means in the political sense to Democratic Party being for the
so it's
family.
changed over time. Archbishop, generally
politics has changed a lot.
Yes, we're running out of time. I don't mean to be rude at all. I sure hope that you're able to talk some sense into the officials there. I don't know if they have any, but you have to be able to worship.
That's a good question.
Definitely more than 12, maybe not 200,000 at one time, but you've got to make some progress. Archbishop Cordileone, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Newsmax TV is now America's fastest growing cable news channel. We give you the real news you need. So subscribe to our YouTube channel and give us a thumbs up. If you like this video, share it with your friends. Newsmax TV streams live on YouTube for free. Newsmax TV, real news for real people.